We all know Kanye West to be that weird guy, that rapper who drops explicit bars in his raps like crazy, that psychopath billionaire with the track record of dating adult film stars, that dude with the infamous 2009 VMAs moment, where he rudely interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech to proclaim that Taylor Swift did not deserve her award.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time. One of the best videos of all time.
This is the same guy who called Cardi B an industry plant with no talent but later went on to collaborate with her on a song. Makes you wonder, what at all is this guy's problem?
Why Cardi B was over there? Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She don't write her raps. She's just there to like sound as ignorant as possible and then make songs like them and they get some money.
Well, porn is. Kanye is a hardcore porn addict living in hypersexualized reality since age 5 when he saw his dad's Playboy magazine for the first time. This addiction has over the years gone on to influence his music, ruin his marriage with Kim Kardashian, and even cost him Yeezy's deal with Adidas. But just before you start feeling sorry for Kanye, know that he does not even feel sorry for himself. We live in a world where addictions, be it drugs, alcohol, gambling, or more so, porn addiction are seen as deadly cancer that need drastic rid of. But guess what? Kanye West does not live in this world with us. Rather, he wears his addiction to porn as some armor of pride, placing it at the epicenter of his career success by making raps about it in his songs. From a tender age of just 5 years, a young Yee stumbled upon his father's Playboy magazine, and those X-rated images have since defined and destroyed the rest of his life. Let me tell you how.
Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5, and it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life.
First up, a messed up relationship and sex life. Right from high school days, Yee's insatiable sex drive, as a product of porn addiction, would just not let him be able to keep one woman. He has forever been jumping from one woman to the next one, sometimes even having affairs behind his lovers' backs. Before Yee's big breakout with his 2004 album, College Dropout, Yee was romantically involved with his high school sweetheart, Sumik Rainey, whom he even promised to marry following the death of her father. A promise he obviously could not keep. Yee, fueled by the desire to recreate the artsy adult images he was always watching, would later in 2002 spark a romance with designer Alexis Pfeiffer, and the two would be involved in an on and off relationship for 6 years. Yet again, proposing marriage but failing to honor his pledge. And as the years went by, his porn addiction also grew worse. Not only had he become unfaithful, but he was now going after adult film performers. Right after ending things with Pfeiffer in 2008, Yee started going with famous adult film star Amber Rose, and the pair would date for just 2 years, touring the world, having fun and exploring their wild sex lives, but no serious commitment. After Amber, Yee went on to have several other flings with models in the adult entertainment industry, and his madness over adult film performers reached a disturbing new peak in 2014 when he tied the knot with Kim Kardashian. Apparently, Yee had seen that famous Kim sex tape with singer Ray J and went like, damn, this is how I like it. But even Kim, with all her whims and charms, inside and outside of the bedroom, could still not satisfy Yee enough, and the two eventually split in 2020. Yee's sex life is just a circus at this point. As medically proven, most porn addicts suffer from lack of sustained focus or concentration. Why so? Because the more porn they watch, the wider they drift away from reality as a result of their hypersexuality. And for Yee, his porn addiction has manifested in his constant beefs with women. And this is all because porn has desensitized his mind to the point where he sees women as nothing but sexual objects. This may sound random, but Yee probably ranks number 1 in women's beef. The likes of Taylor Swift, Amber Rose, and female Yeezy staff have suffered misogynistic attacks from the C rapper at one point. With Amber Rose, for example, can you believe that Ye actually slut-shamed the adult film star on his Hell of a Life song? That he needed 30 showers after every sexual encounter with her. The song was one of the 15 X-rated songs on Ye's 5th studio album, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. An album that was inspired by Ye's affinity for controversy and obviously his addiction to sex. So, it is July 2009, and Taylor Swift had just won an award for Video of the Year at the MTV Music Video Awards, and she had just mounted the stage to give her acceptance speech. Kanye West, who was obviously lost in his mind, fantasizing about the curvy wife of his big brother Jay, uninvitedly jumped on stage, undermined Taylor Swift's win, proclaiming that Beyoncé had the best video of all time. Ye did not just end there. 7 years after the incident, Ye released his hit song, Famous, off the Life of Pablo album, where he poked much further ridicule at Taylor Swift, describing her as a bitch who still wants to have sex with him because he made her popular. Like, is this dude for real? The lyrics reads out, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex/why. I made that bitch famous. Ye's disrespect for women from there on followed him all the way up to 2020, where his Yeezy fashion brand women's staff lodged complaints against him for inappropriate behavior. According to them, there was no single time that Ye would be within their space without passing sexually inappropriate and provocative comments about them and their bodies. Soon, Ye would make his public image all about sex and pornography, to the point where he would rattle out to watch adult content in the middle of business meetings with the excuse, I know this may be uncomfortable, but this helps me to focus. Has it really gotten to that, Mr. Ye? Well, sadly, yeah. P0rn definitely got your favorite rapper on chokehold, and it even gets worse upon revelation that Ye, while still married to Kim, would play out videos of their intimate times or his promiscuous escapades with other women to crew members while on tour with them. And he never missed the opportunity to brag about his infidelity and sexual escapades with other women outside marriage. We are talking about the guy, creepy enough to make a whole song about his lust towards his 4 sisters-in-law on his ex-TCY song.
You got a sister-in-law, you a smash, I got 4 of them.
Ye has lost all self-consciousness at this point, what P0rn can do to a man. As Ye continued to rot in his addiction to sex and porn, his world around him began to unravel. In September 2018, to the dismay of all who heard, Ye entered another new low in his porn addiction as he directed the inaugural awards ceremony of adult film website, Pornhub.
Nah, I still look at Pornhub and...
And then, just about the same time, his marriage to Kim Kardashian, which had produced 4 children, started to hit heavy rocks because Ye's infidelity knew no boundaries. The couple had lost the sizzle in their sex life and even consulted a therapist to help them out, but Ye was too drowned out in his lust to be redeemed. Ye's marriage was not the only thing in ruins at this point in his life. His business life was too. In October 2022, Ye's lucrative deal with Adidas through his Yeezy shoe brand, which accounted for about $1.5 billion of his net worth, got terminated over the rapper's social media misconduct. Apparently, Ye had been making anti-Semitic comments online, which was against Adidas rules. This event came after Adidas had already taken notice of complaints by staff over Ye's predacious behavior towards them as well. Ye once told a female Adidas employee in China, I want you to make me a shoe I can *, and this was definitely not the first and last of such ill-mannered conduct. All these to the doing of one cancerous addiction, porn. But Ye, since time memorial, has been a man full of tricks and antics. In 2019, he came out to admit his struggles with porn addiction. This was his last gasp attempt to salvage his wrecking marriage with Kim and to possibly gain favor in the sight of the law in the case of eventual custody of his 4 children. He made a grand spectacle out of this as he went on to form his own Sunday church service, renouncing his association with secular music going forward. And then he went ahead to drop a whole gospel album, Jesus is King, in 2019 to preach about his repentance and his salvation from the dark world of porn addiction. Ye even went as far as instruct people working on the album to stay away from premarital sex, while they worked on the piece. However, Yi was only putting up a show to win back Kim's love, which he never got back anyway. So guess what happened after his malicious attempts failed? He relapsed in his recovery. Did I even say recovery? He actually cut the show and went back to his hoes. And from here, having legally separated from Kim, whom he describes as the love of his life, in February 2020, Yi would go on some sort of rampage with his women. He would now switch his preferences up a little by going after models who had once starred in his music videos this time. This was the next stage in Mr. Yi's futile dreams of living out the remainder of his days as some real-life porn star. From 2019 to present, Yi has hooked up multiple models, including Salida Ebanks, who starred in Runaway video, Cecily Lopes, who starred in the 2008 smash single Flashing Lights, and 2010 power music video Arena Shake. In fact, as for Shake especially, Yi started hooking with her even before he was legally separated from Kim, and he told the world he was done with secular music. I know I am not the only one to have listened to I Love It, Lil Pump. This is Yi, the changed man for you all, by the way. And for everyone wondering what Yi has been doing about this sickly behavior of his, the answer is an oathifying. In fact, he loves to make the most of his addiction to porn, as porn has for long been the only constant in his life. I mean, the rapper dropped 2 monstrous albums of all time in the life of Pablo and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, while rapping about his wild sex life. Plus, he is on a lifetime premium membership on Pornhub. What is to make anyone think he is willing to put all of that behind him? How then was he going to live out the rest of his life? And as a rapper, what at all was he going to be left with to rap about? You all should know Yi by now. Anything he does or says about how porn has ruined him and why he wants to quit should be treated as nothing but publicity stunt. The man loves his blacked.